They have a new one, Crockett. Have you seen Crockett? Have you ever seen her talk? I look at the Democrats, they're in total disarray. They have a new person named Crockett. I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person.
Let's start here. Congresswoman Crockett, what do you think Trump's IQ is?
I don't think it registers. I think it's just that low.
Donald Trump has spent a lifetime building a character larger than life. A man who claims to be the smartest in every room, the ultimate businessman, the king of deals, the political genius who outplays everyone. From the gilded lobbies of Manhattan to the Oval Office, he has bragged about his towering IQ, name-dropping the Wharton School. He even calls it the best school in the world, as though the name alone proves he's a once-in-a-generation intellect. For decades, he's wielded that myth like a weapon, slicing at anyone who questions him. Generals with decades of strategy, not very smart. Professors with Nobel Prizes, overrated. Scientists with years of data, losers. He's publicly declared himself a very stable genius, repeating it until it became a catchphrase, a rally chant, a punchline he pretended was proof. But arrogance is a boomerang, and this year it came spinning back faster than even he could tweet. The spark? A single insult. At a rally dripping with red hats and ego, Trump turned his attention to Representative Jasmine Crockett, a Democrat from Texas, known for her razor-sharp wit and courtroom toughness. He smirked, wagged a finger, and called her low IQ, as if a quick jab would send her scurrying. The crowd roared. Cameras caught that trademark Trump grin, the look of a man who thinks he just landed a knockout. But Crockett isn't the type to take a punch and walk away. Before politics, she was a public defender, a fighter used to digging through evidence until the truth finally gasped for air, and she had something no one expected. Receipts. Days later, she stepped to a podium, flashbulbs popping, holding a thick stack of papers that had lived in rumor for decades. These were no random files. They were Donald J. Trump's own Wharton School Aptitude scores from 1970, records long believed sealed tighter than a vault at Trump Tower. Crockett didn't wave them for drama. She read them aloud. Verbal reasoning, 92. Math, 87. Overall percentile, 38. That's not just mediocre. That's below the Ivy League bar. More than half the test takers of his day outscored the self-proclaimed stable genius. The myth cracked right there under the hot lights, and Crockett didn't stop. She reminded everyone that Fred Trump, a wealthy New York developer with deep university connections, was the invisible hand behind young Donald's Ivy League admission. Rumors of family favors and donations have swirled for years, but hearing it framed alongside those underwhelming scores made the privilege impossible to ignore. Trump hadn't earned Wharton with brilliance. He'd strolled in on a carpet of inherited influence. The political world erupted. News outlets raced to verify the documents. Analysts confirmed the Wharton markings were authentic. Social media went nuclear. Number sign stable genius and number sign Wharton fraud shot to the top of the trending list. Memes of Trump's low scores splashed across every feed, paired with that old tweet where he'd boasted about his very high IQ. Late-night comedians devoured the irony, serving up monologues about the genius who barely scraped average. Trump, true to form, exploded online, calling the records fake, Crockett a liar, and the media enemies of the people. He insisted his IQ was through the roof, that he was top of the class, even though Wharton's own archives show he never made the dean's list and graduated with no honors. The hypocrisy was almost artful. Remember, this is the same man who demanded to see President Obama's college transcripts, claiming Obama couldn't have gotten into Columbia or Harvard on merit. Now the tables had flipped, and the receipts were his. But this wasn't just a petty numbers game. Crockett's revelation struck at the heart of Trump's entire brand. For decades, he has built his identity on the idea that he is the sharpest mind in any arena. Business, politics, even reality TV. If that foundation is a lie, what else crumbles with it? The supposed genius businessman whose companies went bankrupt again and again? The deal maker who left trails of lawsuits and unpaid bills? The president who insisted he alone could fix everything? Crockett exposed a pattern, a man willing to inflate, exaggerate, and outright fabricate to protect an ego built on sand. And the poetic justice is delicious. The very woman he mocked as unintelligent turned his favorite insult into the blade that sliced his reputation open. In a single week, Trump went from ridiculing someone else's IQ to becoming the national punchline, the emperor with no intellectual clothes. It's a warning to every power-hungry ego out there. Build your empire on arrogance, and someone, someday, will find the receipts. Jasmine Crockett just proved it. So here's the takeaway. History loves to watch hubris meet its reckoning. If you're into stories where the mighty get humbled and the truth finally gets its microphone, you're exactly where you need to be. Smash that subscribe button and join us at Elite Nostalgia, the channel where we dig through the past, torch the myths, and keep the heat on the so-called untouchables. Don't just watch the spectacle, be part of the crew that remembers, records, and refuses to let the powerful rewrite history.